And we are back with another video. Finally, Arsenal played Villarreal, Unai Emery versus Arteta. It had to happen. It took a while there, and we are now back with another video talking about the game. The first leg is done. Arsenal ended up on the losing side, 2-1 to Villarreal. Advantage to them. We have an away goal. Hopefully, that's an advantage to us. And at the end of the day, let's see whether we can make that advantage count or not. And I have a few guests with me on here. Chris is here already. He's a Liverpool fan, so that's a neutral side of things. And Bhargav is in the backstage, and I just added him in. So before I start with Chris and Bhargav, how are you guys doing? There was Josh as well. Probably he'll come back on. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. I
I
have a
just
lot of
watched
things
the
to say
game.
about this wonderful performance that we just saw today. It was a masterclass performance in its own way. But yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
probably
was a
Josh will. Probably Josh will join in as well. Yeah, Chris, go ahead. Sorry, how are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah. It was a great game to watch. It was I like Villarreal's style of play in the first half at least. I just want to watch.
And let's start with Bhargav. I want to ask you a question. Did you expect the game to be like this to an extent?
Um, to an extent, but like I did not expect the craziness that I just saw. I'll put it this way. There was a lot of things. There's a lot of storylines, obviously, but um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess like the end result, if it's a results business, like Kenny Ken always says, then we got the one away goal. We're going back to the Emirates, and we're in a good position to get a result there. We just have to defend our home turf. At the end of the day,
So,
that's what happens.
so when you say the craziness side of things, I think I'll get to you as well, and then go to Chris as well. Which part of the game are you talking about? What kind of craziness? Are you talking about the red card? Are you talking about something else that you saw in this performance? What exactly? If you can highlight that maybe one by one, and we can get into the points and discuss all of them.
Are you a fan of WWE?
Yes, I used to be, but I mean, I am still a fan, but I don't. I have stopped watching it for the last 12 months. I just need to binge watch from the last WrestleMania onwards,
I
WrestleMania
mean,
and
so for
onwards.
me, I think we were getting manhandled pretty easily by Villarreal. I think Arteta was out coached, and at the end of the towards after 60 minutes, we pretty much Eddie Guerrero'd our way to victory. Not victory, sorry, to that away goal basically. And then basically towards the end of it, we got that away goal, and that, like I said, that's the storyline of the game, I think. But from the Arsenal side, but as far as like how we played, it's an absolute disgrace. I think Emery definitely got. Emery was definitely the better coach tonight, my opinion.
Okay, and John is here. He's saying good evening, Nitish. But I think there is more to this tie. But before I get into that, let's get Chris. Let's get Chris's view on the same as well. Chris,
Yeah,
what was your overall view on the game, and what do you think about it?
I mean it was a pretty. I think the refereeing was very poor to begin with. It was some of the fouls were some disgraceful,
Yep.
and the handling of situations in the game was also weird. And I think it was an entertaining game. If you saw Kapue on a stretcher getting sent off with a torn hamstring, I think that was pretty funny. Funny or
Just a
sad?
just a second. Big up to the Cardiff City fan. Do subscribe. I'll subscribe back to your channel as well, and we both can grow. Big up to you as well. Thank you for tuning in, and you can also enjoy the moment because everyone will be trolling Arsenal tonight. But there is still a second leg to go. Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and the thing with the tactics is this shows how poor tactically Arteta is. If you see the first half performance, he got everything wrong. Smith Rowe up top is not gonna work because he doesn't have experience in that position. I would rather have Nketiah up top without finishing or doing anything. I would rather have a natural striker up top rather than Smith Rowe.
See, that's the summary of the game for me. I mean, we had one shot on target. Uh, I think we had two at the end
Two,
of the game,
including the
but like
penalty.
one's a questionable penalty. Uh, and here's the summary of the game. I think we were so wide in our attack, and we put a bunch of crosses in without a central presence, and that was pretty
Yes,
much the
yes.
summary of our attack. And we were so anemic in that position. Um, Like
You, you
Arteta
seem
just
to
got it
be
wrong. I think.
you seem to be obsessed with that word. I read your article. You used it thrice, and now you're using it on a stream
Which
as
one?
well.
Which one?
Anemic.
Oh, did you feel like we had any quality chances?
In the first half, we did do it right, I guess, because what I saw is crosses being put into the box and Saka and Smith Rowe being in the box. They're never going to hit the ball against big defenders. They're just kids.
Yeah,
So the
but we how many
physicality,
crosses did we do?
maybe three or four, not more than that
I mean, if you look at the new comments in the
at the
chat right there,
most. Yeah.
playing different tactics is kind of a big risk. I definitely agree because Arteta tried something completely different, which they haven't really tried. I think he should have just gone with his standard 4-2-3-1 with Nketiah or any other fit striker up top, rather than trying to with a false nine for some
See,
reason.
one thing with respect to that is if he had Lacazette, he would have probably not even changed anything around. The other thing is Aubameyang again is not fit because of his. He's just come back from the hospital. You don't expect him to be playing 90 minutes in full and with full energy. He brought him on as a substitute. Would you want to go with Eddie in such a crunch game? I guess
Yes,
not.
absolutely.
With Eddie
Like
Nketiah,
who do? Okay, so where was our attack going to come from? And first of all, what did Odegaard do this game? I keep like harping on this guy, like, but like I think that was one of the big keys to this game. I think we need to rely. There was no link, obviously, and Odegaard every time he got the ball, it's just a pass backward, and this is what people complain about for years with Ozil. So it's pretty much kind of like it's to a much higher extent with Odegaard, but he's still we'll give him like a year or so for him to get his footing. What else? I mean, okay, so Pepe and Saka, right? For for
yeah.
the entire first half, what did they do?
No, that is exactly what I'm saying. That our first half performance,
Yeah.
we didn't turn up. Our players didn't
No,
turn up.
60
I'm not
minutes.
denying
60
that.
minutes, not first half.
No, not 60 minutes. After the restart, we were dominating the ball. But the problem is, as soon as we got some momentum and we were looking to push forward, Danny Sabas, bye bye.
Another that's another talking point. Red card, end of his
Yeah.
career, right? That should be the end of his career at this point.
I just put out a tweet, tie him to a pole in Villarreal and forget about him and come back without him in that sense. No, but the thing is, see, that is what I was trying to highlight. The thing was, we did not have a good half. First half, pathetic, not denying it. But you need to remember two things. A lot of people were saying that Villarreal is very quick and they will catch us on the counter. That did not happen. The one goal that they got was a mistake that we have been making right throughout the season and in the last season and the season before that. That early goal that we give to the opposition, that we gift, that was that first goal. Second goal was a set piece. So both these goals were not on the counter as many had predicted, saying that their wingers are fast, that their players are very quick,
Yeah.
their players
I
can
mean,
do this. We didn't see all of that.
Chukwueze did manhandle your left hand side though.
No,
No, he
no.
didn't.
So
He
we
didn't.
had a debate on this. Me and Chris had like a debate on this. Is
Yeah.
that I thought I know Xhaka was gonna get blamed for that first goal, probably, or Ceballos. One of those two is gonna get blamed. But I thought like for me, I thought it was like an unfortunate bounce and great shot
Yeah.
in the
Yes,
end.
it got deflected. It
It
got
got
deflected to
deflected.
the player. Yes.
But
I
there's
mean, I would put
on other replays
70%
you can kind
skill,
of see like
30
he actually
30%
it
luck.
actually went between the legs. So it's like it was like a 50-50
Even
on that
even
one.
Leno could have saved it probably.
Yeah, maybe with
Yeah,
that
I
first
think you
one.
guys really need to drop
But the
Leno.
thing is,
He's
we
had a
started off
very
so
poor
slow
run of
again, though.
games.
We started off so slow.
See that thing, just the thing that you just said. We started off slow. This is not an Arteta problem. It's been happening with this team for the last 2 to 3 seasons minimum, and even happened under Wenger. This has still not been rectified. Just a quick update before we go ahead. Carvajal is injured and he will miss the rest of the season. So he's gone from
For
for
Real
the Real
Madrid?
Madrid. Yes, Real
Real
Madrid.
Madrid player.
He's gone for the rest of the season. He's not going to be playing against Chelsea. So we were focusing on this problem that we started slow. For some reason, we took 45 minutes to actually start. I'm not saying 5 minutes. I'm not saying 10 minutes. We literally took 45 minutes to actually realize that we were in the semi-final, and that is when after the break we really actually woke up, according to
We
me.
never got started, man.
No, in the second half till Danny Ceballos was actually sent off,
No, we
we
never
were
got started,
controlling the
man.
flow of the game. We were controlling the flow of the game. The second half.
For me, when I no, I mean that's because Villarreal changed their tactics to not give up
Yes.
to not give the away goal. If they kept their initial set of players on, we would have been in way more trouble.
No, the reason they changed their tactics is because of the fact that Emery knows that these players cannot last more than 60 to 65 minutes, and then they have nothing left in the bag. They were putting a lot of effort. They were pressing right through the first half. That is why what Emery did,
Yeah,
trying to outsmart Arteta, he's made the change at half time because he got his 2 goals, and then he tried to defend. Now,
yeah,
a lot of people
he
say
kind of
Arteta.
did.
Good.
I think he kind of did. Like he did a lot of thinking. I think Emery is a very tactically brilliant
Yeah,
coach. He
No,
changed the
he's an
tactics.
overthinker. That was his problem at Arsenal as well. Overthinker at times.
and
At
Arteta
times,
doesn't think
but I
enough
think
though.
he got
That's
it
his
right.
problem.
Parking the bus was a good idea. I think he was unlucky with the pen
Yeah,
at the end of the
very
day.
unlucky with that pen.
I don't think so. It was a clip from
No, it was
behind
not.
on
It was
Saka.
not a pen. That's the softest pen I've ever seen.
It's
I
a
mean,
debatable pen, but in today's standard, you don't even know what's a pen these days. So I would give it to him.
No, the thing is, there were 3 players around Saka. 2 of them did not do anything. No guilt, no wrongdoing there. The one whom he left behind just clipped his foot as he was running forward, and he went down. So there was a contact between one player out of the 3 and Saka, and he went down. So I don't understand why that was not a penalty. I don't mind saying it that it was kind of soft, but he ran past him and their foot
Yeah,
collided when he was running ahead with
fair
the
enough.
ball.
no, man.
But, but I just think
The amount of times that I've seen that never given. I mean, it's whatever. We got away with one. I think it's one of those 50-50, 50-50
yeah,
pens
it's a
that's in our
debatable
favor.
pen. I
But
just don't like.
there's a part of our team that today they just dove for everything. Penalty. Sorry. To get like fouls and everything. I didn't like that part.
And the thing is, I will also add that I agree that the Pepe one was not a penalty, clear handball,
Oh yeah,
no
clear
debate
handball.
there. Yeah, but the thing is, the Danny Ceballos red card, it was not a red card actually. Even though I don't want him around the team, it wasn't really a red card. It
I
wasn't
think
a
that was
second
a red
yellow.
card. He stomped
Yeah, yeah.
the other
If the
player.
Capoue one was if Capoue got sent off later, it's definitely it was definitely
Is
a second yellow.
The
if
thing with Danny
Capoue got the
Ceballos,
yellow,
go ahead,
Capoue
Chris.
got Capoue did a similar thing to Saka, and he got the second yellow. And I Ceballos did something similar. I think it was worse, but
No, the Yeah, the
continue,
thing with
continue.
Capuye one was he took out Saka, but with respect to Danny Ceballos, the challenge was made by the Villarreal player, who went into Danny Ceballos, and Danny Ceballos was in his momentum when the guy came in with the sliding tackle. His foot was below Danny Ceballos' foot, and Danny Ceballos just he kept going and he kept his foot down. So when the other player is making the challenge, you do not give that as a yellow card.
I
The
mean, I
player
guess
yeah.
that's another debatable one. I guess. To be fair,
So
but the thing
I have to
is,
go rewatch that one, but I didn't see it that way though.
just
I think
just
it was
take
a
a look.
deserved yellow.
No, just take a look at the Danny Ceballos one. The Villarreal player tries to win the ball from him. He makes a sliding tackle. His foot comes underneath Danny Ceballos's foot, which is he's in momentum because he's running forward, and this guy's coming to tackle him. So if that is the case, how can you book him for stamping someone when the Villarreal player is coming in with the challenge? It wasn't Danny Ceballos going with the challenge or him going towards him and putting his foot on his opponent's foot.
oh, yeah, fair enough. Also, like looking forward to this, I think you have Newcastle away. So would you be looking to play your second team rather than playing your first team? Because I think the league you don't have anything to gain anyway.
Our whole team is the second team now that it seems.
but but since you have this crucial away leg, I mean home leg,
Yeah.
would what would you want to happen? Like a rest for the players, the key players, or what would you want?
That depends on who are our key players. I guess Danny Ceballos definitely plays that game.
Yeah. Uh,
And I said don't appeal for his red card even if we know it's not a red card. I don't want him. If we can extend it to one more Europa League game and we make it to the final, that would be best, because I didn't want him into that in that team anyways today. But yeah, the fact of the matter is the only reason Danny Ceballos gets into that team ahead of Mohamed El Neni is his forward play and his creativity, which we did not see today. The only thing that we saw today was him trying to Actually, because of the first half, he was trying to defend, but he was so slow that he couldn't compete with the Villarreal players even while falling back. So there were a lot of problems happening there, and at the end of the day, I do not think it was a red card. But is Danny Ceballos good enough to be an Arsenal player? Definitely not. He's not even good enough to be an Arsenal janitor.
I think yeah, that's a bit harsh, but fair enough. But if Arsenal do go through, I could see them shithousing a win in the final against United. I could definitely see that happening.
All right, so this whole like Mari holding pairing. I don't know about that actually. Like
That's
when I
shit.
think about it, I know
It's
they
crap.
work really well together. They work really
I
well together,
I
but
don't think so. I don't think so.
Chris Paul was talking about the pace of them. What do you think about that? What do you think about that pairing?
I don't think the pace was a problem today. I don't think
Not
we were
today.
outpaced. Not today. That exactly. The problem was Holding had a shit game. He was pathetic, and I don't know why he had the armband after Aubameyang came on.
Yeah.
He should have just given him the armband as well. The other thing is, I expect, like Chris was asking, Newcastle, David Luiz to start. David Luiz will start in the Newcastle game probably, and then he will take over from Holding in the second leg against Villarreal. So it will probably be either Pablo Mari or David Luiz or Gabriel and David Luiz. That is going to be our centre
The
back
thing is,
pairing.
you guys are so poor in defending set pieces without David Luiz or Gabriel.
We don't have our leader. That is the problem. These guys are no leaders. These guys are kids. Even the ones who are 30-year-old, they are kids. Mentally, they are kids.
I mean, that's the
I
truth,
mean, you
actually.
guys
That's
love
the
getting
truth.
a send off, don't you? It's like you want a red card every time you
No,
play.
no, it's just I didn't feel like I didn't even know where our goal was coming from today. The entire game.
I think the only clear-cut chance, other than the penalty, was that I think that one-on-one with the keeper Aubameyang should have buried that at the back
Yeah,
of the net.
that one. And
No,
then
that was. Hold on, just 1 second. I am 10 and I could defend better than Arsenal. You need to hope David Luiz is back soon. But that wasn't an easy chance. It wasn't like it was a definite chance. An inform Aubameyang could have finished it, but not the Aubameyang that we have right now. Yeah, go ahead, Bhargav.
no, it's just I don't see where any chance creation is coming from. We're getting outplayed, man, against against teams, and that is really concerning. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we could hustle our way through like the Europa League this year, but in terms of building a team and like for the future, look at all the teams across Europe right now, right? I don't see us I don't see us touching any of them in the next couple years. Like
Okay,
Chelsea,
No,
Chelsea's looking like a contender, right?
speaking
Like,
of the
did you
future,
see?
what do you think your season objective should be next year?
Yeah, that's what
Next
I'm
season?
thinking. I'm like, what should be our objective next year?
winning the Champions League once we win the Europa League this season.
I'll be honest. Like, I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the landscape of things, and I can't see what we're building. If I would be honest, I know we need 5 players this summer, right? I mean, that's pretty much the
You're
storyline,
not
right?
gonna get them, mate. Don't keep your expectations too high.
I'm thinking if they say 5, I'm expecting 2, and then 3 to be like semi like average, and one of them could be a steal.
No, it will be if we are if they say five, it will be two players will be purchased. One could be a marquee signing, a big money player. The other one would be like a 30-40 million player, and the other three will be one loanee, two freebies probably.
Yeah, you
That's
guys
how
are
it
free
will be.
transfer merchants. You love free
I
transfers.
mean, so next year the 3 contenders I see are definitely City, Liverpool. I don't know how they're going to come back. That's
I
going to be
think
the big
we will come
question.
back. Injuries coming. I think everyone's coming
And
out
then
of an injury.
Chelsea, and then there's going to be a 4, and then United is going to be there. So I
Yeah,
don't see us
it's going.
making the top 4 next year, even actually,
You're
No, it's
unless
definitely
not
we
not
going to
gonna
we have
make
happen.
it.
some big changes.
People need to not expect the top four next season. The best way to get into the Champions League for us is the Europa League right now. And
Yeah.
I don't think even Liverpool will get into the top four next season, probably. It will be Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City, and probably it will be one of these clubs. It could be Liverpool. Liverpool could contest with the likes of Leicester, probably West Ham. I don't know whether West Ham will be able to do it again. Leicester will definitely be there, and probably maybe if Leeds gets it right, they could probably try to go for a top four finish.
Yeah.
Don't know what Spurs will do. Ryan Mason.
See, for me, like for Arsenal with our resources and
I
everything,
think Spurs with Ten Hag. I think that's the new linked manager. Fabrizio Romano tweeted out. Ten Hag is a very good manager. Spurs will play one of the best football you'll see in the league, in my opinion. If Ten Hag becomes manager, the Ajax one currently,
Hmm.
they play some beautiful football.
like
Well,
for me,
yeah.
like a club like this should be competing for what? Like you either compete for the Prem or the Champions League every year. Ideally, this is like perfect world. But the way we've dropped off, we can't even compete for a cup, which is crazy.
No. See, the thing is, don't say that we are going to compete for the uh, Premier League or the Champions League title
I
for the
think the
next
only
four to
thing you
five
guys will
years.
be competing for is the top six spot, which is going to be highly competitive
So this is
next
this
season.
competition is huge for us this year, like for the next couple
Yeah,
games. And
people
to,
don't know the amount of scale this because you could potentially get Champions League football potentially.
I mean, everything could change if with the next couple games, but
I mean, you guys have that away goal, and if you,
yeah.
I could see you get through Villarreal, and in the final, you've done it against United. You've drawn them, I think, twice this
No,
season.
we beaten them once and drawn with
Oh
them
yeah, you
once.
beat them once at Old Trafford, and you drawn them. So I don't see a reason why you
But we
can't beat
definitely
them.
need more out of Emil Smith Rowe and Odegaard, and
I mean,
See,
that's a
I
hard
could
one
see you
because they
guys
are
get
young.
lucky.
I know we can't put all the pressure on them, but there has
see
to be
the
that central portion. Giving us some.
I'll give the guys who are saying that Arsenal cannot go through and win the Europa League right now because of today's performance a small history lesson. When we lost in Baku, we went through to the final quite easily. We dominated the semi-final. Chelsea barely scraped through to the final, and we were the favorites to win that. If this time around we scrape through and Manchester United look like going through easily, and they do, the same situation could happen, and we could turn
Yeah,
up in the
exactly.
final, which is a single-legged game. You
No,
can't
you're
predict
right.
what may happen on that day.
You're right. And that year,
Yeah,
I still remember that year because that was heartbreaking. We didn't have Ramsey or Mkhitaryan, who were key contributors at
you didn't
Baku.
deserve to be in the
Uh,
final in the first
I don't
place.
know. No, we did, man. We did. Who do we beat like that year?
I don't remember.
Napoli. I'm trying to think of all the teams we beat on the way to the final that year. It was like Napoli.
Yeah,
Who else did we
Napoli was
play?
there. Uh,
I mean, speaking of Arsenal winning the Europa League, I think you guys do have a big shout. You could do it because
No, that year we definitely we deserved to be in the final. It's just I forget who we played. It was
Napoli
Emery's.
was one of the teams we beat.
No, it was a really good run actually until the final, and then Hazard,
Yeah,
Giroud, and
Giroud.
they just pretty, and then they just ran through us in the final. It was a really
And
sad one.
the Cardiff City fan, yes, it should be probably top six, but you'll finish eighth. Let's see. If we win the Champions League this year, we have more money coming. Sorry, the Europa League this year, we have more money coming in. So how the development happens post that can be also discussed, and what kind of players we get in. Uh, it's not about your age. You can come with the camera off. But right now, we just want to have a discussion about the Arsenal game, and we're just talking about the game for some time. So we will have you on maybe probably next time. Don't worry about it. You can contribute this time from the comments. You just subscribe. I'll check your channel out as well and share it out as well and subscribe to it as well. So for this one, let's the two Arsenal fans rant with the Liverpool fan, and probably if any other Arsenal fan wants to rant about it. I think one of the main criticisms from this game was that Arteta didn't make substitutions at halftime. People
that is very disappointing.
even I wanted Danny Sabas gone at halftime,
It
and
was pretty obvious he needed subs.
I could
Anyone
see
could see
that
it.
potential red card happening, though I didn't want to talk about it. But I said that on Igal's stream that at halftime I think Arteta should get rid of Danny Ceballos, and he didn't. And guess what happened?
Look, I mean, all right, the substitutions. It's been a problem with Arteta all year, though. He makes substitutions all the way up. Like, I mean, he keeps players on till the 75th minute sometimes, and you give him barely any time to like make a difference. I mean, by the time you get in the game and you even get your footing in, the game's pretty much done. So I think that's one of those things that I don't know. I think he might have like a code that he doesn't do subs until like 70 minutes, but it's kind of like a BS policy, in my opinion.
That's actually, that's one of Wenger's hormonal problems that he has inherited. Not making the substitutes till the 70th minute. During his last years, I had started calling Arsene Wenger a tortoise because he was so slow in making substitutions and tactical changes. Tactical changes, I don't know still what he made, but slight here and there. But in terms of making those substitutions, he also waited for until the 70th minute. But today, one more thing I just want to add about this was when I saw Arteta not making substitutions, I was disappointed. But when I saw Emery making substitutions, I was like, okay, this is why I guess probably that he didn't make the substitution because Emery is fucking this up. He's messing it up. He had everything going for him. He should have given his players at least 20, 25 more minutes
Yeah.
before he made the change. So Arteta fucked up that he didn't think fast enough. Emery fucked up because he was overthinking. And this may be taken in the wrong sense, but Unai Emery reminds me of a girl who overthinks all the time, and I can probably relate him to one of maybe probably my exes in that sense. Unai Emery is like that ex that you don't want to be around because she always overthinks all the time.
Okay, I mean, but Emery was always used to do that though. Even like at Arsenal, he used to like after 45 minutes, he would hook Ozil off. He would hook like two players off, put two players on. I mean, I gotta thank Francis Coquelin today for coming in. I mean, his substitution changed the game.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think credit goes there to Emery.
Yeah.
All credit to Emery.
In fairness, like I mean, I don't know. It's a
Do
hard
you
one
guys
because
think
like
that you will lose to Newcastle next game? I think it's on Sunday, isn't it?
It's more like it doesn't really matter now. I get that kind of feeling. They're not bothered
Yeah.
about the league. The
no,
players aren't bothered.
it's everything on the next two games are the next two games in the Europa League are the season. That's the season.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you could. I don't think you guys could be bothered without in the Prem, because you don't really have anything for you in the Prem, other than keeping your self-respect and finishing in the top half. I
N-
guess other than that.
Now,
No,
granted,
that
Xhaka,
yeah,
granted
go ahead.
Xhaka at left back. That's another issue that I'm trying to think about right now. But I think you should put a poll out today, and the poll should be who's better at left back, Granit Xhaka or Saeed Kolasinac, because that's letting him go was kind of like it's starting to bite us in some ways because I think it's limiting our options. What do you think?
Granit Xhaka has always been a problem,
Oh
but
my
I don't.
God,
What just
guys!
happened?
I saw Villarreal's official account. Some Villarreal USA account is some fans verified account. The Ceballos red card doesn't change anything. We already had a man advantage with him on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. He's Agent Ceballos. He was Agent Ceballos tonight.
Yeah, he can't pass the ball for if his life depended on it today.
I don't know what he does. I mean, half the time, even like in other games, he'll drift off to the side and he'll make simple passes. I'm like, any footballer, a 30,000 a week footballer could do that. Waste of money.
What did you think? Speaking about
I could get
Valencia,
somebody off.
what do you guys think about Danny Parejo?
Oh yeah,
I really liked him today. If you saw the Villarreal
he's a true Europe fan. You can tell.
I think Arsenal fans must be right now going like, we would have been way better in the ESL.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll just be competing for last position with Spurs.
Not really. There were other smaller clubs than us also.
AC Milan, I guess. Other than that, I guess. Yeah.
Not just Milan. They were You remember that they had 15 decided, five more coming
Oh
in.
yeah, there was going to be more than the
Yeah,
original 12. Yeah.
yeah. So
But I guess
20 clubs.
I think that summarizes today's game though. I mean, we got the away goal. That's the most important thing. And we
Speaking
go
about
back
the Premier
to
League,
we
what do
just
you
have to
guys?
win one. We just have to win the game. Actually, we just have to
Yeah.
win the game coming back to the Emirates.
Bogov, okay,
Uh,
guys. As
Go ahead.
Arsenal fans, you have Newcastle, West Brom, Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Chelsea. What do you expect from these Premier League games? The last five. What do
West
you?
Ham, Crystal Palace, and what else?
No, Newcastle, West Brom, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Brighton,
Oh, that's a good question. You want to go through it one by one?
Newcastle.
You want me to answer that?
Yeah.
My answer is don't care, don't bother, don't give a shit. That's what. No, even if I give you a great prediction, Arsenal is going to do this, Arsenal is going to do that. They don't care about that competition
Yeah.
anymore. They don't care about the league. Did you see how Leno let in the goal in against Everton? They don't care about it.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are like, because you have some. You're going to face the relegation teams. I think you guys should just keep
Crystal
yourself
Palace is not a
motivated.
relegation team. West Ham, I
Like
don't think so either.
West Brom.
No, West Ham. Oh, you said West
It's
Brom. Yeah, is West Brom?
Brom.
No, West Brom's going down, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah,
Brom
much
is.
they are.
because it's West Ham, Sheffield United, and
Why do you
oh,
keep saying West Ham?
sorry, I thought you said West Brom. You said West Brom,
I,
right?
I did say
Yeah, he
West
said
Brom.
West Brom. Yeah, West Brom.
And then the third team would be Fulham, right? Those three are going down,
Yeah,
or to be determined between Fulham and
yeah. Fulham's definitely going down. That
definitely
six
going down.
points,
Fulham is mainly going down, I guess.
Yeah,
unless they have some miracle.
and and I guess like championship playoffs start next week or in 2 weeks.
It'll be interesting to see who comes up though.
I think Watford and Norwich are confirmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The third is to
and
be
if
determined.
Bournemouth comes up, it'll be the first season in which all the teams that got relegated in the previous one come back right back up.
Oh yeah, the pub team.
Yeah,
I don't think we can complain about pub teams the way that we are playing right now,
No,
but
no, it's
I
just
mean,
funny because like
guys. See, I
Bournemouth
know
used
this
to.
season's been depressing for Liverpool fans, but I just can't imagine what Arsenal fans have been through the past
Well, the thing
4
is, you
years.
had championship expectations basically, and then to have them shattered with like with your defense just being completely shot is.
Yeah,
But that's not
but
really. I
that
mean,
it was
you're still in the
painful,
top
but we can deal with it. But you guys have been with 4 years, I think,
4 years.
sadness. More than that, but
More than
it's
that.
it's been extended. I mean, it's more painful now.
yeah, see, the thing is, at the end of the day, we didn't have expectations of winning the league. You guys had expectations of retaining it. So that is
Yeah,
what Bhargav is trying to say. And we had expectations of probably not even a top four. Top four would have been tough. Top six was ideal, what they were hoping for. Top six to top four, anywhere between that. But even if we don't finish in the top six. I did not expect too much out of it. I was expecting 6 to 10 because of the fact that I knew that he would mess around with the formation because he was not brought to Arsenal Football Club to play a 4-3, a 3-4-3. I said he would start the season with a 3-4-3. He did. As soon as he got Thomas Partey, he changed it to a 3-4-3-3. Then he changed it to a 4-3-2-1, a 4-2-3-1. So the problem is that Arteta was brought in to experiment and eventually turned to a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. It was
but
supposed
I
to be
don't
a
know why
4-3.
he switched
Yeah.
from the 3-4-3. I think it was working pretty well. You
No,
guys were
that
winning
that
games.
no
I think
that
Saka.
formation.
Yeah, that formation worked with Saka when he was back in the back at left mid.
Not just that, but the thing is that formation can't be used to beat big teams, and that formation will not win you a league. That formation, the 3-4-3, is more like a cup formation. It's not. It's
Hmm.
not actually. You can say a league-winning formation. It won't help you break down teams like Aston Villa, who still beat us, and last season as well, and this season as well. This season probably we could have done a few things
When did he
differently.
switch to the 4-2-3-1? I don't remember around what time.
Uh,
When ML Smith Rowe was fit again.
that was Chelsea. That was Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm probably
checking the
about like
football app.
it was the week. It was the Boxing Day match against Chelsea.
Yeah, it was Chelsea. You switched to a 4-2-3-1 against Chelsea.
And
Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah, you switched on Chelsea, and then you went on a winning run, and then you just hit a slump.
Well, the evolution happened because of Partey. I think Partey. It all revolved around Partey. That was one of the big issues, and then the other part was with the 3-4-3. It was interesting because Aubameyang was like a good like in behind threat for so long, and then teams started figuring that out, and then we switched to a 4-2-3-1. But the problem is the cam position. Just you need a cam, you need a proper cam for that, and we were just so wide, and we didn't really do much.
And
Um,
talking about that, what about Leno? What do you think the situation with him is right
no,
now?
I think he was the right decision. I think I don't even get into the whole the Martinez Leno thing. I think Leno
Not
was going to
not
be the
the
future.
Martinez Leno thing in general. Leno's like poor run of form this season. What do you guys think? Keep him, sell him, gotta go, get a replacement. What do you guys think?
Yeah, the thing is, with respect to Martinez, obviously Martinez was the better keeper. Unfortunately, he was not ready to stay at Arsenal and take earn his way up again. And I think he was done. He wants to probably play for Argentina. And now, if you see with Aston Villa, he's been linked with clubs like PSG. He's linked with Atletico Madrid. Big clubs want him, so they'll be making good money out of him as well. At the end of the day, but if you have decided to stick to Leno, Leno is not that bad in terms of his shot stopping and other qualities, but his problem is his distribution. His distribution is a very big
Yeah,
problem for him, and
he
that has
makes
cost some
some
goals.
key
But how
vital
old is he
mistakes.
though? How old is he though?
He's 1 year older than Martinez. I think around 28, if I'm not wrong.
I thought
I mean, if you see, he's
Martinez was like a
29.
much.
Leno's
He's
29.
29, so Martinez must be 28.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think he's 28. Is he? Is he actually 28?
Martin Martinez
yep.
is 28.
Emmy is 28.
Oh wow.
See, the thing with Leno is the thing I don't understand with him is like he's so inconsistent. Sometimes he pulls off some amazing saves. One game he just makes an error like Everton. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know. It's a weird one because he initially when he replaced Petr Cech, right? That was the big competition between him and Petr Cech, and then Petr Cech was in the Euros, got us through the Euros. Sorry, the Europa League Euros.
I think the
Yeah.
last time
And then
Leno had a world class performance this season, I think was when you had that red card against Leeds. You remember
yeah,
that? That 0-0?
that was a
He
really
had
bad. That was a. I think that was Wolves. I think you're talking about Wolves.
no, not Leno's red card. The last time Leno had a world class performance, like him, he had a very good performance. It was Leeds 0-0.
Yeah,
I remember. He was very good.
Leeds no. That could be one.
Yeah.
I think there was actually a couple other games, but
No, I think the Leeds one was a good game for him. When Zaka was sent off, he saved us. If you remember, was
yeah,
that
Yeah,
or
Leeds were
was it
pelting you
Pepe?
guys with shots.
Sorry, was it Pepe
all
who
the
got
games
sent
like
off in
synced
that game?
together because
Pepe
I think
got
it was.
Pepe slapped that guy.
I think that might be
Yeah.
Leicester. Was that? Are you talking about Leicester?
No, Leeds. You remember Pepe
No,
slapped that guy? You got a red?
yeah, I by
Yeah.
mistake said I think Zaka. It was Pepe who got sent off in that
Yeah,
game.
Pepe got.
Pepe making his return. Pepe making his return to the team, and what does he do? Take that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see a Pepe resurgence in a kind of a way because he's been decent
I,
fairly
I don't
decent.
think his, I don't think his resurgence has happened so far. It's not complete yet. He needs to win us the Europa League title. Today he got his only goal from a penalty. He wasn't doing that much. If I will say this, if Pepe didn't mess up that first penalty with his hand, he would have revived his career amongst the Arsenal fans. The fans would have been like, okay, this guy has done something crucial for us. Let's
Yeah.
go and win this game.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's
if he has, if he
again that's
scores your only
Arteta.
goal in the
That's
next
Arteta
game, he would be
also.
a
I mean,
hero.
what happened to Willian also? I mean, he gets a bit of form and then he's just like, all right, I don't want you anymore.
Not really.
No, I
See,
mean, Willian was actually playing pretty well after the new year
yeah.
for about like 3-4 games. Don't forget he got the assist at Benfica. He got the assist at Benfica. He got the who did he play? Was it the Aston Villa game? Which one? Which one was it that he got a goal and he had like the masterclass
Uh, William?
with a goal and an assist?
I don't think it was Aston Villa. We didn't beat Aston Villa.
No, it wasn't Aston Villa, but I forget
I
who
think
it was.
Leicester City. Leicester City.
Leicester City, yeah, Leicester
Yeah,
City.
Leicester. When you
And
when
then
you
yeah, he had like a run of form, and then he just got dropped like out of nowhere. Same thing with
yeah,
Martinelli.
he had that
Same thing.
amazing run of form, Benfica, Leicester, and then that Burnley game.
Yeah, that was that was, and then
And
he was just
Olympiacos,
dropped.
I think he got an assist against Olympiacos. Then he got dropped.
Then he got dropped, and then pretty much The last performance, I think the last performance was last full performance was against who did we play? Slavia Prague, and he
Yeah,
had a
the
really
first
bad
leg
game. He had a
with
really bad
Slavia.
game, but that was a really bad game, that first one.
I mean, if you have a player who's been on like excellent form for the past 3 games, I would play him.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
the thing is,
Justin. So interesting name, by the way. And
it's
It's a troll name, isn't it?
it's a
But
troll name.
we will address your question, Justin. Yes. Oh, I think yes. It's Arteta's time is up.
he's
Well, I
I
don't know.
asking
I
if
mean, if you
Arsenal
win,
lose
I
next
mean,
or
the next two games are big. I mean, obviously, there's always going to be coaches. You got to give them a chance, I guess, if they get through and win the Champions League. Sorry, the if they get you through like big, like big tournaments like the Europa League. I mean, you got to give them a little bit of time, I guess, each time. Because think about it, the FA Cup earned him this much, right? They gave him this much, and then if he gets the Europa League, I would probably sack him. But you know, the owners are probably looking at it thinking, give him like 10 games next season.
no, I don't think if he's winning the Europa League, Arteta's time is up. And if right now, even if he gets knocked out, I think they will give him till next season, because
yeah.
the crucial phase of this club right now is the summer transfer window. And so far, Arteta has not failed in the first one. I don't think that was a failure with Arteta, Edu, and Vinay working together. I think they did a good job in that window, trying to
It
fill in
was a
some of the
mixed
voids.
bag, in my opinion. The transfer window. You had Gabriel, good signing. Partey
We
is
had Thomas Partey.
Partey is the decision. The jury's still out. You don't know because we haven't seen brilliance, but we haven't seen very bad performances either. It's in between. It's a mixed bag, and
Well. The thing is, though, you have to look at it though in terms of we don't know how the season would have progressed if they got the if he would have gotten his choice midfielder. I don't think I still don't think I think he needed both Partey and like OR, and getting only one, I think,
Yeah.
really inhibited
I
him
mean,
in that
our was
sense.
just too expensive at the
It
time.
was just too expensive, but I think it was like, I mean, if he wasn't going to get both, then the choice was either get one really high quality one and get the other one next year, and I think that's probably what they decided, because I think the club was in a loss in that sense, and they didn't want to keep. They didn't want that debt. So
No, the main thing is, uh,
FFP.
the main thing is not FFP. The Leon president is an ass. No, sorry, the Cardiff City fan. I know you're 10, but at the end of the day, he was playing hard to get with respect to OR, and he was not. His negotiating with him is not the best of things to do uh,
And his
in the
brother as
market.
well. I think his brother, our brother,
Yeah.
he was
So
looked
at the
after.
end of it all, if you guys heard the stories this year, they were frustrated. They were damn frustrated and pissed off, including I mean, to say that OR was frustrated and he wanted to make the move away. And unfortunately, what happened is that he wasn't able to. So he was frustrated. I think he even protested at the start of the season, and eventually, I think now he may be leaving at the end of this season.
See, the one thing I hate is like we don't go to like the relegation squads and try to get like one or two players from them.
I
I
think
mean,
give
Decore would have
Bissouma
been
is the
nice to
most
get. Decore would have
realistic.
been nice to get if you were to like in win now mode. It might have
Give
not have been
Exactly.
for the future.
And when we got Thomas Partey, he was just injured and he couldn't even play in the Champions League fixture quite properly. He was on the bench. He was not started, and so in that sense,
Yeah, but we go back to this issue. It's not the Cronky. I mean, we go. People been harping on the Cronkies all week, and this whole Daniel Eck takeover, which isn't happening. It's all sensationalized. Um, but there's been really big like resource mismanagement at the club,
oh,
and
that's Arsenal for you. You don't
that's
need to.
Arsenal summarized.
Yeah, and we said it before as well. We said this one thing, that more than Kroenke, Raul has hurt the club in the last 2 years.
Raul, and I think Vinay. I think I don't know. That's a hard one, right? Because
I
I think
mean,
they
we
were
made
both.
some shit signings. Renarson was a waste of like
Oh
2.2
yeah,
million.
that one. He's no longer at the club, right? He's on loan.
He's still at the club.
Oh no, sorry, but he'll be on like loan at the end of the year. I think.
Prob-
Who will be
He's going to get the
on loan?
Lloris Karius treatment, bro.
Runarson.
Yeah, he could be gone on loan
He could
because
be gone on loan.
yeah, because of the reason that he's not what they probably wanted. They wanted a young keeper, like not that young, but
Yeah.
like a mid-age keeper who could probably in maybe 3 or 4 years be ready to be first choice. But based on his performance, I think the performance was bad. But then Leno has had some worse performance this season. So
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't see the same energy
Sorry,
for
my bad.
Leno.
I keep sometimes I like talk over you, man. My bad. I'm so sorry about that. I gotta watch that.
Also, before that, Matt Ryan is going back to Brighton, I guess. And then you have
No, his contract's up
Norriston.
though.
Huh?
His contract's up.
Yeah, so probably so will you what if you are you expecting someone in the goalkeepers market
No,
to
I think
replace
Matt
him?
Ryan's staying. I think we're gonna extend his contract.
yeah, I
But
think
how
we'll
about
give him a
Leno?
permanent deal.
Yeah, we're gonna give him like a
How about
permanent deal.
Leno? Do you think his time's up at Arsenal Football Club?
Yeah, I think they've invested. I think he's one of the. There's only for me. There's only three players that should be kept, or two players that should be kept. Sorry, not three. Martinelli, Saka, and Partey. I think those are the three only that are worthy of keeping,
Mhm.
and
Keeping them as in
like are definite, like top quality, like stars for the future.
why Smith Rowe is there, Odegaard is there.
Smith Rowe. Still looking. Still, we'll do that at the end of the year. Actually, we'll do that at the end of the year where
The
we
thing
discuss that.
about your squad is that you need a replacement for Aubameyang, I guess. You need a new striker. You
I mean, it depends on what system too. I think if we wants to play 4-3-3, then
If he's
we
a
gotta
4
bring
2
in.
I think Arteta wants to play that 4-2-3-1 double pivot and a cam.
Yeah, he wants to play that because at the end of the day, the thing is he can't play a 4-3-3 with the likes of Emil Smith Rowe at Arsenal. He can't even play that with Odegaard. So the thing is, the best way to go about it is playing a 4-2-3-1, where he needs to use Zaka right now. If he can get someone with Zaka's attributes or someone better than Zaka, then that guy comes in. The other guy will obviously be Thomas Partey, and he'll be playing along with that guy, along with that person. Hopefully, the replacement of Zaka is some player who sits at the base of the midfield and doesn't push forward, so that Thomas Partey can control the flow of the football.
See,
And right now, what happens is Zaka goes forward, so Thomas Partey has to interchange with Zaka every time one of them goes forward. So it's like an interchangeable thing. But what we want
Basically,
is
I
we want
think you need a player similar to Fabinho at Liverpool.
yeah.
yeah,
You,
we don't need too much of a mover, but he has to be quick.
yeah, exactly. Fabinho is exactly that.
See, for
think
me,
you
I
need
feel I've always wanted like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, someone like that, where he just goes forward, and then Partey
he's
can
more
stay
of a
back. But
he won't fit in on a double pivot. He's more of a cam.
he's
Yeah,
more
he's more of a cam. I
But
think I
someone-
think even though I know that this guy also may not fit into that pivot, but I would take Wijnaldum from Liverpool. I don't mind.
I think he would fit there. Yeah, he's not a progressive passer. He sits
It
there.
would be a similar situation to Zaka and Partey, but I don't mind Wijnaldum and Partey.
yeah, would be
Wijnaldum doesn't
interesting.
make mistakes like Xhaka does, making others
No,
people
but his
score.
range of passing is also not as good as Zaka. That is another thing.
Yeah, I mean Wijnaldum is a tricky situation because he's okay. He's bang average, I would say. He's not great. He's not amazing.
Well, the problem with that, like if you have a midfield, right, and you have three players in the midfield, right? Say you have three players in the midfield. Partey's one. He does the defensive cover and can pretty much control the landscape with his like long range passing. We have like a guy that goes forward, and I guess he wants Odegaard to be that person or someone like him.
So
The
basically,
third one has to be a perfect player, basically, like a perfect player. Like Pogba would be Pogba, Conte, someone like ideal like that. And we're not getting
NDD.
NDD.
you're not getting any of those.
Yeah, we're not
lads.
getting any of them, but you have to look at like who can be that person.
We can probably get Kante maybe in 2 years, but he'll be almost
When
done
he's
then.
old and he's
Yeah.
very old.
Okay. Let me just quickly share this. This is the incident of the penalty. I won't be putting on the volume, but you guys can take a look. It looks kind of soft. I'm not denying it, but at the end of the day, if you see, We can also, if I can find a video of the red card as well, I'll play it as well. Are you guys able to see this clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, let me put it in full screen so that there's no doubt about what we are watching. See this, let's do it in slow motion. Now the thing is, if we see, Saka
Three
has
guys.
played the ball. Let's do it in a bit of slow motion as well. He's played the ball here with his left foot.
Okay.
Even
He's
though
hit him first.
he's trying to get out of the way. He his right leg, Saka's right leg, is moving towards the player, and his leg blocks him from moving forward.
Yeah, but he got the position
The other
first, though.
players, who?
I mean, I mean, okay, fair enough. I get it. Could be a penalty, but I think it's a bit harsh, though.
Yeah,
No,
that's like
I'm saying it's a soft one. I'm saying it's a soft one.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it has been given before as well against Arsenal so many times. See
That's
this.
a
He
definite
plays it
no.
with his.
because that changes the game. People make decisions like that change the game, and that should have. Did they even check that VAR
Okay.
wise?
Yeah, they check.
I
They
I,
check.
I
They
want
check every
I,
decision. That's decision.
I think I want to okay. I think we should. I think we're done. I agree. So can I screen share? I want to like I want to do a lineup builder kind of thingy. Can-
Yeah,
Wait.
sure. Again, I was saying that it was a soft one. I'm not saying that it is like uh,
Can you see my
it's
screen?
not like a clear malicious one. But at the end of the day, I've seen such penalties been given before. So that is why I was saying like I feel it was a penalty.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
So basically, ideal lineup for 20 next season with new signings. 4-2-3-1.
For
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be
Would-
able to predict the signings right now because it would all depend on whether we win the Europa League or not. The money and the
I
that comes
mean,
in.
more like,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want? It has to be moderately realistic.
Yeah, so I think Max Aarons is going to Everton, right? I think that's confirmed.
Yeah, Max Aarons is going to Everton.
Yeah,
probably.
that's the one I thought was going to be available, but because Bellerin's gone, I think Fabrizio said
Yeah, he's going.
Bellerin's gone.
So I think the reason Max Aarons is going is because Godfrey is also there. So they Norwich already sold one player to them. So I think they're trying to sell another.
So your ideal centre back pairing would be Luis and I'm spelling Gabriel.
No, I
Well-
think it will be next season. It will be Saliba and
Yeah, I think Saliba's coming back actually.
Saliba and maybe
Saliba
Gabriel or
and
Pablo Mari.
For me, you have to get one more center back that's right-footed.
Yeah, get rid of Holding.
Holding, and we need somebody.
Didn't you give Holding a new
Luis.
contract though?
So that helps us selling him at a higher price.
Yeah.
Right. New right back. Who would you want?
See, this is a tough one. I mean, who's available is a good question.
I think right backs that are available. I think Max Aarons was your main right back.
Who's the guy at Olympiacos? What's his name?
I mean, you
we're not
guys,
dropping that low though. That's the thing. Is like you have to like to steal diamonds. It's like you have to be really
So
good.
that guy was an old guy, wasn't he? Holibas or someone who was
No,
it?
that's a left back. Holebas
yeah,
was
that
like
was
the
left
Watford
back.
left back.
Yeah, left back.
Um,
He was the Olympiacos left back.
I think it's Ba, right? Alexander Ba.
How about right backs? Right.
Okay, Relentless wants the link. Let me send it to him as well.
I mean, you know what? Just give a fan favorite. Who would you like to see in this right back role?
Where?
Oh,
In the right back position, Callum Chambers right now. I would see him next season as well. Callum Chambers.
I wonder if we can exchange Florenzi. I wonder if PSG would give us Florenzi.
Yeah, Florenzi would be good. To be fair.
I don't think so. I don't think. I think they'll keep both. But these guys are going target want Hakimi. A few of them are looking at
That's a
Hakimi.
tough one. That's a tough one because
Hakimi's almost
it's
impossible.
way too much money. It's way too much money.
This guy Fabrizio, when he came on Steven's channel, said it's very tough situation or something.
Yeah, because
But-
the money, the amount of money that
They're top of
that
Serie A,
Inter
so
signed him
it
for.
will be
And by the way, just an update. I am just reading that Everton has turned their attention away from Max Aarons.
What?
Yeah, that's
You know
like
what? You know what Vish was thinking?
I saw him being linked to Arsenal as well. Hold on, Relentless is here as well. I saw him being linked with Arsenal.
Stop relentless. How you doing, man?
Yo, man, what's going on? What's going
did you
on, man?
enjoy the performance?
Fuck no, bro. Fuck nah. Less of that. Listen,
we
bro. Bro. I've been listen. This club as a whole just needs to just everybody just needs to leave. Everyone, top to bottom, they just need to leave, man. I'm sick and tired of this crap. Listen, it's Villarreal. I know Villarreal played well together as a team, but come on, man. You can't be losing to these men, bro. Like it's not rocket science at the end of the day. Martinelli didn't play against Everton. How come Martinelli didn't start today? Is there an excuse? Why didn't he start today? Why do we always give ourselves the disadvantage as soon as the game starts? Play your best plays in the biggest games. I'm thinking the reason why he didn't start him against Everton is because I'm going to start him against Villarreal, and then
Yeah,
you sit on the bench. What kind of management is that? What's going on? Are you kidding me? And you got flipping Ceballos, a spinning top. I call him the Spanish Beyblade, bro. You know Beyblade?
yeah.
But that's
No,
that's what I call him.
he reminds me of a dog that is trying to chase his own tail.
Yeah. You know how your dog has to like take a shit and it just starts chasing his own tail because you smell shit.
If I
Okay,
relentless, we've
bro,
already ranted about
it's a joke, bro. This bro.
Yeah.
All he does is spin around, bro. Spin around. You know,
so we were
bro.
making a realistic 11 with new signings for Arsenal Football Club.
No,
Bro,
let Relentless just finish the point and then we'll do
Oh
it.
yes, rage. Yes, continue.
listen. End of the season. End of the season. This manager needs to walk. Walk, bro. Just walk. Just get out at the end of the season. Just leave, bro. Leave. It's okay. You tried. We know you tried. It's okay to fail. Just leave. Leave. This is the worst flipping team I've ever seen in my life, bro. This team is so rubbish, bro. How can we be so bad? It doesn't make any sense. Come on. I know we got shit plays, but come on. It's Villarreal. It's not. We're not playing a prime Barca. Really? Like, come on. You're getting outclassed by Emery. Supposedly, according to our fan base, Emery was so shit. Well, he won't shit today. He wasn't shit today, was he? He was on point. How?
Today I am on safe ground because I was never Emery out till he left, and I am on Arteta in as well. If Arteta wins the second leg and we go through, I'll be saying that okay, Arteta did it, Arteta in. If he doesn't go through, I'll be saying this is why I was saying that Emery should have never been sacked as the Arsenal manager. So I'm kind of on safe ground today. I had nothing to lose, unlike the Arsenal players.
Get this manager out. Simple, bro. Get him out at the end of the season. For me, if we were a proper football club, he would have been gone at halftime. You would have bought out. We would have bought the assistant manager, bro, at halftime. Real talk. I'm sick and tired of this, bro. How many more losses do we need to take? Do we need to get? Do we need to get 8-2 again? Do we need to lose 8-2? Look at what Man United did today. Look at what they did. Look at what they. You want to know why they did that? Is because yes, their manager might not be good enough, but what does he do to make up for that? He's a good man manager. Arteta doesn't know shit about man management. He's
He's
rubbish at
both
it.
tactically and man
Rubbish at
manager.
it. He's rubbish at
So
everything. What does he do well as a manager? His substitutions aren't good. His in-game changes aren't good. His man management isn't good. So like, come on. What
I
is
mean, I
what?
guess his saving grace is that we haven't been slapped up.
Of course, we're not gonna get slapped. Everybody's playing behind the flipping ball. Like,
No,
come
not
on.
see, the thing is with United as well, they were shit in the first half. They scored first, then went down 2-1. It changed
The
in
thing
the
is,
second half.
United love second half performances, don't they?
Yeah, with us, when we came out in the second half, we
You
started
play
to
shit in
control
the
the
first
game.
half all the
We
time.
yeah, we did same thing. I'm saying the same thing. We did the same thing like United did. First half we were shit, gave away 2 goals like United did. The only difference was we didn't score one. And when we came out second half, we were positive. But then Danny Ceballos decided to what like it happened. Unfortunately, I don't think it was a red card. But then we fought after that and we got back a goal, a crucial away goal. And I think if we are able to go through in the second leg by beating Villarreal, we'll
If
deserve
if
every bit of it.
if if
Yeah, if yeah, exactly. If that is
do
the
you
day,
think
that
do
is the
you think
reason I told
Arteta
you.
Do you think Arteta will magically turn into a prime Carlo Ancelotti and get us out of this mess? Do you think he would do that second round?
If Lacazette returns and Tierney returns, we are already a tougher squad to beat or a tougher team to beat. We didn't have those two guys today. I am happy that he didn't try to rush them in and try to fit them in if they were not fit. One more week, probably I feel both of them can return. We had quality in terms of kids, but the thing is we missed a leader. We didn't have a leader today. Even David Luiz may be playing against Newcastle and coming into the team next week instead of Rob Holding. I get that feeling.
Rob
And
Holding is rubbish, bro. He's so
I know,
bad. I,
I
I
know that is
defended
what.
I've
Go.
been defending Rob Holding for so long. I'm saying, he's decent. He's English. He knows the league. Let's not sell him. You know what I mean, bro? This guy has to go, bro. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. The second goal, losing his man, Mari, losing his man. The guy's getting the flick on in the box, and then the guy's running through, and like, come on, what is this? Where's the defendant? I thought under this manager, we were actually a good defensive team. We can see there's so many goals this season. So many goals. And we need a penalty. We need a penalty to score against Villarreal, a team that's seventh in La Liga. Is this how far we've fallen? Really? It's been 26 years. 26 years. Bro, I wasn't even born. I wasn't even born. I was floating around. I was just floating around in my flipping. I wasn't even born. I wasn't even a little kid, bro. Bro. I can't even think right now. My head is gone. My head is
Detach,
gone.
whatever.
You weren't even conceived.
It was
Detach, I
26
know, like
years.
you're.
The last
You
time
would
we
have
Maybe
were
thought
in Europe
Arteta.
was 26 years ago. 26 years ago, we were in Europe. Last time. 26 years ago. Can you imagine?
I'll put it in
Oh,
words
fuck,
for
man.
you. You were a thought in someone's fantasy at that point of time.
See,
Nonsense, bro.
the biggest thing is we're not creating any chances. I mean, we had at the end of the day, like having two shots on target where one is a questionable penalty is not a game.
No,
Like
see,
you,
we have had our problems in the last few games in the final third. It is clear. A lot of people said, I think even Relentless said, without Lacazette, let's see what this attack does now. And we couldn't do it today. I'm not denying it.
this formation
I'm
made
done
no
with this manager,
sense
bro.
either.
This manager is done, bro. He's finished. This is it. This is it. Yo, if we had Roman Abramovich, he would pull up to Arteta's yard, be like, yo, big man, yo. He
Yeah,
would rough
money's
him up,
not.
yo.
I don't think money's the only thing that can solve. I don't. I think money's required, but I think
But money cannot solve if you're a
at
shit
Arsenal,
manager.
I
It
think
cannot
they would
solve
waste
that.
it on they would waste it on buying Ferraris for all the players. The way they manage their money.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
So
No, the thing is the money. If as you said, if we had Roman Abramovich, probably Arsene Wenger would have still been here. Still, he would have been here, and he wouldn't have gone left the club because Roman would have been feeding cash into the club every season, and Wenger would have had his Wenger era, unlimited Wenger era. So
yeah,
that's a
Wenger.
different thing.
I feel people undermine like how much Wenger did with the amount of money he had. He
I
could
know.
only
No,
bring.
no, they
I,
spent
I
they
said
spent
I said I'll take Wenger back. I'll take Wenger back right now. Right now, I'll take Wenger back. I don't care. I'll take Wenger back. I'll take Emery back. I'll take Chapman back. I'll take all the other managers we've had in the past. I'll take all of them back right now. Right now.
no. I
Arteta
wouldn't
is
take Wenger back.
no, Natish, yeah. I would take him back. So you mean to tell me, you wouldn't take hold up, somebody's calling me, man. I think it's Arteta.
No worries.
No worries.
I wouldn't take Wenger back because Wenger was also going towards the. I think the last season he finished in sixth place. He was on his decline. He was not putting in money. When the club needed money, he should have asked the board to put in money. They would have to listen to him. He did not do that. He does not have the tactical know-how to tackle with these clubs and play against these teams and beat them. He had one style of football that was outdated. It could help him beat smaller teams, no doubt about it. He would have probably finished maybe in sixth or seventh or somewhere around that. But with the way the competition has risen now, his time was done because he was only going down,
I, I
and
still
even
can't
he would
believe
not.
how competitive the Premier League has become. Like it's become
Yeah,
even.
Well, I
The
don't know.
challenge.
I don't know. Wenger's style is interesting because he lets the players play and figure it out, right? I think that's probably why
The
that
thing is,
that's his
Bhargav, the
style.
thing is, the
No, but
Premier League has
that's good.
gotten like way forward. Have you
Competitive,
seen the?
yes.
You need tactics now. You need to be
Yeah.
tactically enough.
And
No, you
Bhargav,
need
the
it.
other thing is, Wenger doesn't have those players or didn't have those players before he left Arsenal who could be left alone to figure it out. When he came to the club in 1960, 96 and 7, he bought players. He bought Patrick Vieira. He told them to buy Patrick Vieira. He told them to buy the likes of Thierry Henry. He got in a lot of players. So because of those players that he signed and the overall team that he inherited from George Graham, he was able to do it right, and he could do it immediately. But what happened is once those players got old and some of them left, that is post the
It's almost
Highbury era.
impossible to find suitable replacements to such amazing
Well,
players.
I don't
No,
know.
he had
I
he
don't know.
had the
I
money.
disagree with
Yeah,
you. I disagree with you. I don't think that was the problem with Wenger. I think the problem with Wenger was definitely like those high end players. Like, all right, so those
Fair
high end
enough.
players towards
Wenger
the
didn't
end.
get the high end players that most
Yeah.
top teams do get
he did. He did at the start of his Arsenal career. He did.
No, at the
at the
end.
start,
I'm
but
talking about
like when
after
the
the stadium came
decline
through.
started, he never used to get those top quality players, did he?
After the Emirates was opened and Arsenal made the move, Wenger had money. He bought a few players. Some of them were unlucky, like because Arsenal had become like a soft target. Like Aaron Ramsey got injured, Eduardo got injured. Those were bad injuries. Another player that you may remember was what was his name? I forgot. There were some good players. Uh, some of the players that he bought did not perform, like the likes of Jovino that he had. Gnabry, he messed it up. There were other players that he did not manage right. So Wenger slowly had faded away. It's like Mourinho right now. When Wenger was asked to leave Arsenal, he was like Mourinho is right now. Yes, he had some kind of, you can say, Wenger didn't have the tactics, but he had some kind of hold and pull to get in some new players and maybe improve them. His man management was maybe a bit better than Arteta, because obviously I think it was better
I
than
mean,
Arteta.
if you look at Wenger's signings, he's only made one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, around 6 to 7 players who are worth more than 30 million, and he's never spent above 50 million.
Yeah, but you have to adjust that for inflation. Because
Yeah,
now it's
no,
more.
market
No,
adjusts with inflation. I'm pretty
not
sure.
really, not really with respect to that much, because inflation. I'll tell you why. Because when Wenger needed a striker, the season that Leicester won the league, he was asked in January, "Are you looking for another striker? Because you have only Giroud. He's not scoring right now, and Walcott is probably injury prone. And I think I don't think he was injured at that point of time." Wenger said, "I have Yaya Sonogo," and I remember that interview clearly because I knew that this guy, he is not going against the board. He's going to rely on Yaya Sonogo if Theo Walcott gets injured. Theo Walcott 2 weeks
I
later was
mean,
injured.
right now, everyone who's joined Arsenal, I think, except for Emery, everyone has gone. Nobody goes against the board till now.
No,
Yeah.
see, the
Arsenal,
thing was,
So
Wenger
that's the
was
thing.
big. Wenger was big at Arsenal. Emery was a nobody at Arsenal. Wenger, you can't compare the stature. If Wenger went out and said that if you don't give me money and if I can't spend money for buying players, I will leave tomorrow. The fan base would have like done what they were trying to do a few weeks ago. Like when they protested at the Emirates, they would have gone out there. They would have probably, it would have not even been a peaceful protest. If they tried to tell Wenger that we won't give you what you want and you leave, the fan base would have gone crazy. That was the kind of following that Wenger had. But he destroyed his own following being a yes man.
See, I see that part. That's probably a valid point. But here's the thing. I think CP's right in the sense like look at the players that were improved by him, like that were able to be sold. Nasri, Alexander Hleb. Think of like all the who else? Van Persie.
Those guys
Oxlade,
were not
Chamberlain.
improved. No, Chamberlain wasn't
Yo,
great. We sold
Hleb's
him
career.
because you wanted.
Hleb wasn't the same after he left for Barcelona.
Yeah. No, see, the
Um,
thing is, the thing is, Oxlade
Song,
Chamberlain wasn't
Alex
even
Song.
good enough for us. Alex Song left for money, but the thing is, and he wanted to win titles. The thing is, with respect to these players that you mentioned, Nasri, Van Persie, Leb, we wanted to keep all of them, including Fabregas, but we
Fabregas,
couldn't
yeah.
because the club was not ready to keep hold of them, and Wenger should have been pushing them to convince the club to listen to the demands, which would have been probably realistic in certain cases, maybe not realistic in others, and he could have retained a lot of those players. But the thing is, most of these guys, Fabregas, Nasri, Van Persie, even Hleb, even Alex Song, left because Arsenal had no ambition.
But also Cazorla, Sanchez. I mean, he's
So
improved a lot of players, so he was a good coach. I think when people say he wasn't a good coach, that's ridiculous.
no, his
Uh,
management was good, which I said just now, but
uh,
his tactics were zero.
I wouldn't say that either. I think he
No,
had
he did
decent.
this.
I think his
He did the same thing.
defensive tactics were poor though.
Defense was crap. Defense was totally crap. But the thing with his tactics were what you see now with Arteta, and Chris had to leave, so no worries. What you see now with Arteta is exactly what Wenger used to do. He used to play. He used to ask his team to control the ball, play the ball, keep it with them, and keep pushing forward for 70, 80 odd minutes, where they would just concede a goal, and then they would try their best to actually get something out of the game. At times, they would possibly end up playing a draw. At times, they would end up losing. If it was a very small team, they would probably end up beating them as well. But that is exactly what he did. What you're seeing from Arteta right now is actually, in some ways, a mirror image of what Wenger was doing, with a bit of tactics, but a lack of man management in comparison to
Can we
Wenger.
let's
Yeah.
discuss him properly, like at another go. This was a reaction video, and now it's just me and you. So we'll talk about it another time. We'll
Yeah,
table that.
I was probably waiting for Relentless to come back in, but I guess his call
Yeah.
has taken its time. So, anyways, we have done enough, and I try to get in more and more people, but I think I think they are busy on the other channels who are doing reaction videos and more. So, but overall, thank you for coming on, Bhargav and Chris as well, and Relentless for a short time. We'll probably have the kid, the Cardiff City fan, soon in as well. Maybe sometime later. So every time it happens, you need to see this, Bhargav. Every time someone is about to end a YouTube video, there suddenly pops up someone who's actually watching the video. So big up to whoever has been watching the video for your support. And overall, I think, Bhargav, before we wrap it up, your last comments on the game that you saw today.
Yeah. Amazing to get the away goal. We got a lot of work to do in the return leg. Hope we can go through. Basically.
Okay, so I think it was expected. I expected 1-1. I said on Steven's channel 2-1 to Villarreal is also fine with me, because I think it will not be easy. We have not been good on our travels, even with Unai Emery. And last season, when we went to the Europa League final with Emery, we did the same thing. That was not last season. That was a season before that, with Emery in his first season. We did the same thing. We ended up losing the first leg. We would make up for it in the second, and we have some top players coming in, which is like Kyron Tierney and Lacazette as well. He's a top scorer this season. So I think Arteta needs those options there. And one of the best things that happened tonight is Danny Ceballos got sent off. Even though I don't feel it was a red card, I don't want him in the second leg, and I don't want him in the final. If I say that we lost the final in Baku because we were missing Aaron Ramsey, I will say we could lose the final this time if Danny Ceballos is playing. So I'll leave you at that, and thank you everyone for tuning in and supporting the channel. Do leave a like when you see this video as well, either in playback or share it with your friends as well if you get time. Big up to all you guys. Thank you so much. Be home, be safe, and there's a second leg coming up after the Newcastle game. So come on, you Gunners. Let's do this and let's go through to the final. Let's beat Manchester